Hello and welcome to another walkthrough. One of my subscribers, Donald R, subscribers, Donald R asked for a walkthrough, and I must admit I do try and make the effort. Oops, hang on, just let me move this mic a bit. It's all got caught up on the chair, it's all gone buck and dilly. Right, hopefully I'm drowning out the rain. My speakers are turned low, so I can't really tell, but I'll check on the edit. I think what I could do, no, wrong thing. Wait, escape, options, video settings, particles, decreased minimal. No, if I put my minimal, done, back to game. That stops the splashing. I think that cuts down the noise. In fact, I think it even turns it off. But we will know. Right, a walkthrough. So, Donald, here we go. You wanted it? Yeah, got it, mate. Let's see where we start. Well, the processing system, I've changed it a bit. It's all turned off. What the hell was that? It's all turned off at the moment. Why am I getting so many mob drops? Tell you what I'll do. Let's turn off magnet for the minute. Right, I've got it all turned off at the moment. There's no hammers in it. I do want to put a cyclic constructor or build or whatever it's called on here, just to sort of supply it with hammers, but I haven't got around to doing that, so. But I'll take you upstairs. I mean, at the moment I've got so many resources, I don't know what to do with them all. I'm going to sort of come up with like new and weird wonderful ideas just to use them. Right, first one, literally fed in from the Ignis extruder, cobblestone, smashed by there, sent straight through to this one here, which will be gravel. Gravel smashed, sent straight through, sand, boom, sand, smashed, sent straight through to the 3 sieves at the end where it's turned into thing. I know I could improve it by literally combining the ores from the gravel and then smashing them, but it'd just be so big and it's not really worth it. As you can see, I have got so much in the way of resources. My metal chest is groaning at the seams. So I think really this is practical enough for me. I've got a nice little area out there which is for lucky blocks, because I happen to notice that I need 5. Well, I've got a half stone on me. No, what a shame. I could put it up there. I meant to open 5 lucky blocks, so I've opened 1 so far. I'm a bit wary of them because I could just guarantee that an ender dragon or flipping wither's going to spawn and kick 7 shades of crap out of my entire base, which I'm a little wary of. So I'm trying to hold off on that until I've got something a bit more capable of handling them. But as I say, this is just what I've got floating around at the moment. Right, these things, transition planes. Didn't know what they were. Did a bit of research and found out, boom, 1 transition plane farm. I can use this. I've got another transition plane floating around. I might actually do, because I've still got a fair bit of space here, I might actually do a transition plane sugar farm. All that. It's a very expensive way just to get flipping sugar cane, but what the hell? As I said, I'm not short on resources. It feeds straight into my ME system. I like my ME system. I put another 4k in there, mainly because 16k is a pain in the arse to build. There is a way of turning this thing into creation. It can create things, or sort of crafting and all this sort of thing. So I'm going to look into that, because that would probably make life a lot easier. So it's all logged in at the moment. I could farm everything into here, but I haven't at the moment. Though it will do, I must admit. I've got to the stage now where I'm thinking of breaking stuff down but rebuilding in a much bigger scale. I'll come back to that. Oh, I said my metals chest. Somewhat groaning at the seams. Tons upon tons of everything. What are you doing in there? Obviously I wasn't using you for anything, so must have disabled you for some reason. Can't remember what it was. Okay, coming on here. My mob farm, working a treat. In fact, I have to keep emptying it. It's supplying me with a ton and a half of like bones and arrows and stuff like that, most of which I haven't got much use for. Ender pearls. You may be wondering why, even though I've got this thing producing ender pearls, I've started growing ender lilies. Because I want a crap ton of ender pearls. I forgot magnets turned off, innit? Yeah, I want a crap ton of ender pearls. My reasoning behind this is when I do get big, as I say, I'm planning on expanding things somewhat, I might turn over to the So the ender generator, because from what I gather, it produces a crap ton of power. But I'll probably need a whole heap of storage for it before I actually do it. Because I think it only does it for 25 minutes or whatever per ender pearl, or something like that. I want to actually, once it's done, whack it into a big storage system. So it's there where I need it. Probably a load of, I don't know, red, what do you call them? Oh, whatever, you know, them, I've got one in there. What's it called? Let's find out what it's called. I've forgotten. Brain's gone. There you are, energy cells. They carry about 1 million. Is that 1 million or 10 million? I think it's 10 million. So I think there might even be an upgraded version of that, which is like 200 million. Right, Botania. New mod I added. Love it to the extreme. Very slow at the moment. I've got to go and sort of get the bone meal out and produce a load more of these lovely little flowers. I've got a little chest dedicated purely to Botania over, well, not purely, but to Botania over there. It's producing plenty of stuff. It gives these wonderful little laser effects. Well, I'm carrying the one. Let's grab the wand. It does look cool. I've got an extra one of them, have I? Wonder why. Where's my wand? Here we go. Now I'm carrying that. Look, everything sparkles and all. But I have a bit of a problem. Or two, in fact. I built the lovely enchanting station, which is really cool. I mean, look at this. It does look the part. I mean, for something that only uses 2 particle effects, he really has worked wonders with this. It's beautiful. But it tends to use books. And the one thing my mob spawner isn't producing is books or enchanted weapons. It's producing bundles of stuff, but hardly any enchanted weapons, which is confusing, really. In fact, very few weapons at all. I don't know why. I know if I probably built a big drop one, I would get bows and stuff. So I might actually have to build a second mob destroyer just to get sort of like enchanted weapons and stuff. The other problem with it is this. The, what do you call it? The Hydrangeus. Hydrangeus. It works. I know it works. It's got plenty of power in it. Boom. It should feed to the spreader, but it ain't. For some reason, it just will not feed to the spreader, which is why I haven't built any more of them. So I faffed about and got it to the right level. I mean, you've got to have it at the same level as a water source. It's a pain. But I sort of figured out a nice little system where I had 2 water sources to grab from that will continuously top up. So, boom, it would be a continuous source of power if the bloody thing actually worked. So, anyone who sort of knows why that isn't working, I even put that there to collect it, but anyone knows why it isn't working, please feel free to tell me. There is one that burns up fuel, and I could sort of turn my tree farm, or redo my tree farm, and just feed it crap tons of like wood to burn, and it will probably be quite happy. My experience thing. Right, it appears I needed to store 3 different substances in tanks for one of the missions. So, actually, I think I haven't even ticked that one off. Let's have a look. What ones have we got that I haven't ticked off yet that I can tick off? Let's come back to the beginning. Right. Make a slime farm. No idea. Make an ink farm. Again, tried, but I'm going to try again with that one. From what I gather, it's somewhere between 45 and 62. So, I think I need to have a little play around and get a bit lower with that one. 10 lucky blocks, so I've done 1. I should keep a record of them somewhere, shouldn't I? 10, you can guarantee I can get something nasty. Okay, transfer power wirelessly. Might muck around with Tesseracts later. They can do all that sort of thing. And there's other options as well. Turn pink to power. That means setting up a sewage thing and turning some of my sheep pink. Can do. I haven't got round to it, but I've got a crap ton of wool now. Doubt if I need any more wool, so it might be something I actually look into. Power 3 different fuels. Right, now currently I'm using lava. I'm going to be using, oh actually no, I'm not only using lava, I'm using false as well for power, and I'm going to be using the ender pearls at some point, so that will cover that one. Use turtle. I've no idea how to use turtle. I know nothing about turtles, so that's definitely one I will deal with a lot later. Right, transfer plane farm, done that one. Pigman gold farm. Well, I can produce netherrack, so I'm assuming I can get pigman to spawn in the end. Not the end, sorry, the nether. So, yeah, alright, that's a definite possibility. 1 million in deep storage. Well, I've got the deep storage, one of the deep storage things hooked up over here, just to take care of superfluous cobblestone. Well, it's nowhere near 1 million yet, but it's building up. It's a long-term thing. I'm not worried about that one particularly. Infinite lava farm. Well, I've pretty much got that all over the place. So fly, haven't done that one, but I say you will see in a minute. I'm working towards that. Create a village. Now this one's baffling me. How on earth am I going to create a village? I mean, I can create the village itself, but the villagers. Well, if I build a little area with a load of doors and rooms, will villagers spawn by themselves? I don't know. This is going to be an experiment I'm going to have to do, I suppose. 5 blaze spawners. Well, there's nothing in the end, so I could make blaze spawners. Would that count? Yeah, I suppose it probably would. So I could actually make blaze spawners by capturing blazes, and I need a flipping... To do that properly, I think I need a wither star. Ooh, not looking forward to that. I've never thought of the wither. Fill a dirt chest. Well, that was a bit of a comical one, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, jazz on the radio. Did try this. Well, this looks like a good chance to go and have a look at the house. So, yep, one of them was build a house. So, okay, I built a house. Now, don't get me wrong, I fully understand this is not what you call particularly beautiful. Alright, mansion it isn't. But, it sort of does a job, and it's a bit better than a DW 9x9. So I put my radio in here, which, as you can hear, ain't doing jack. Doesn't matter what... Oh, hang on. Doesn't really matter what I do with it. That's just empty hand. I think I did it with an empty hand, I'm really sure. Vintage jazz. No, vintage jazz. No, there we go. So forget that one. Did build a cookie jar though, because one of the missions was to get a cookie out of a cookie jar, and again the cookies were useful to Darkcraft. And put a nice little thing in the corner so I can have a look out over my wonderful rainy domain. Lovely, look at that. Right, actually I can now take that cane farm down, which I was going to automate anyway, but I hadn't actually got round to it. But I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone now with that plain farm, can't I? Okay, over here. I should have done... Never mind, I can do round anyway. I am bunging... I dismantled half of this. It wasn't really necessary, so I just left it with just the one sitting there. I've been giving it loads of sand to play with, mainly for cobalt. That's the main thing I'm looking for out of all this. Okay, Netherwort can be handy, and some of the other bits and pieces can be handy. I haven't even tried growing growthful trees yet. I know I can. Or what use thorn vines are going to be to me. And again, it's producing tons of nether quartz. But the main reason I'm looking for it is for cobalt. Okay, if you watched the last couple of videos, you'll notice I've got into Darkcraft. As I say, I'm now using Darkcraft as a power source as well, purely for Darkcraft, admittedly. And I think I've got myself up to about, where are we? That is level tier 2. I'm up to tier 2, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 blocks open at the moment. So I might be tier 3. I don't know. We'll see. I've got my Darkcraft in here. Darkcraft crystals. I've got a few. The mob farm's been producing a fair few of them. That's only 9. I've got a load more in my thing, in my storage system, and I've got the swords and bits and pieces and all the stuff. The annoying bit is, once you've enchanted something, you can't unenchant it. So to do the enchant again for the first time, I've got to create a new tool, which is somewhat annoying. Also, I've got to test out my rainbow shears. It appears you shear sheep and they change colour, which is, sounds cool. It might be turning my pink into a power bit. There's a lot more in Darkcraft I want to get into, but especially the bit where I can fly, because that is one of the challenges. And if I can get a reasonable fly time, I can shoot down and start building at a nice low level for the ink farm. Bacon farm, on the other hand, well, the one pig I had up here seems to have disappeared off the face of the earth. Don't know where he went. He's gone. Can't find him anywhere. I had a chicken lurking on the side here at some point, but where Piggy went, I have no idea. I'm assuming he fell off, a blithering idiot. But when I went up to my farm, I did happen to find... have I covered everything around here? The mob spawner, the thingy, yeah. This farm's just laying fallow, doing nothing. I'm just growing a few darkwood trees because I like the colour of the wood. And I've got my netherwort sort of farm under here, which is netherwort and various berries that I don't use, but I'm growing them anyway. Right, so coming round, where was I? Oh, piggies, yes. I will come up here, because what I was doing was growing my BOTANIA flowers up here, just to sort of grab a few of the different varieties and get a few of the petals, and forgot this is all grass now, isn't it? So as I walked away, I've come up here earlier, and there was a piggy. So I've grabbed him and he's bottled. I'm keeping him, I'm hoping a few more spawn, so that I can get that bacon farm up and going, which will be quite nice. I want to get these 1, 2, 3 farms up and running now. I've got plenty of power, plenty of seeds and stuff like that. As far as essence goes, as we shoot downstairs, thank you, I'll come back to you. As far as essence goes, I've got to start again something else I'm tanking. So I'm definitely tanking 3 various things. I've got mob essence over there as well, so I think I've covered that one. I'll check that. I'm now producing ender essence because I wanted the ender stone, and I've just started producing blaze essence, so I will be getting blaze rods, better production, which will be handy. And over here I have added to the little collection, where was it, false essence. As I said, well, we've got 8 now. This is going to be for the Darkcraft motors, because I very well may use them as, again, a main power supply. It appears it's a very good fuel, and if I've got plenty of the essence being produced, then boom, boom, I might actually turn an entire farm over to false essence. So that'll be worthwhile. That, nothing new. The trophy room. Da-da-da-dum. It wasn't going to be the trophy room, it was going to be something else entirely, but I totally changed tack, so it's become, for the time being, the trophy room. I need 8 sets of armour, I believe. That's the first one. I just knocked out a quick iron set. I've got a load of me mob trophies. I don't think they're much use for anything else, but they do look cool. I do love them. The spider one's very cool. Yeah, it's all made out of nice clear glass, so yeah, I like it. And it may not continue to be the trophy room, and it may get extended back again, because I don't think this is going to cover all the trophies they want. They want 20 animals and 8 suits of armour and various other bits and pieces, which I will be doing. My farm's doing well, apart from the occasional mob that spawns up there and gets itself killed and blocks up some of my drums, but never mind. I did have a whole heap of milk at one point. There's a little bit left in that tank coming through here, again due to cows spawning in the wrong places. I've pulled all that out and stuck it in a barrel for a minute, but again I suppose that qualifies as a tank, so it's another liquid. So, necromancy. Right, necromancy has been updated. It's been updated, hopefully it's been updated in 1.64. I don't know if it's been updated to 1.72 yet. Hopefully not, because I want to grab the latest 1.64, because it hasn't got iron golems and stuff like that in this version. My ender sheep, or ender spider sheep, met a nasty end. He sort of played around with the autonomous activator that was meant to be breaking cobblestone. It somehow fascinated him, and he got himself in the way and got himself killed. So I haven't bothered to rebuild yet, because I do have a particular plan on what I want, and I can't do it with the necromancy the way it stands at the moment. So I do have to go on there and see if the updated version will work. If it doesn't, then I have to change my plan. There's not a lot I can do about that, but I would like a particular looking little friend, and I've got most of the bits and pieces I need, but I'm missing a couple, so I've just held off on that. The computer system, haven't got a bloody clue what you do with it, how you use it, or anything. I know nothing about the computers. I've got a disk drive with Maze 3D stuck in it, haven't got a clue, don't know how to run it, don't know if it needs power, know nothing whatsoever about it. So I sort of just built it and stuck it on the side there, and I'm ignoring it for the minute until I actually could bother to go and learn. I think that pretty much, let's have a little look at my list. The house, Botanica, Darkcraft, Death of the Ender Sheep, Pans, Mirror System, Plains Farm, and New Magic Crops. Yep, that's pretty much everything I've got on my list for the walkthrough. I think that's pretty much caught you up with everything you need to know before I can switch back to the high speed and the music and stuff like that. What are we going to be working? What am I going to be working on next? Well, again, I'm going to be still playing around with BOTANIA. I want to get all these surrounded with these lovely little day blooms, firing into probably a splitter in the centre here, which I think one of these can go on top of a splitter. I don't rightly know, but... And then I'm going to start actually creating some of the... is it glyphs or something you can create? Or runes? Start creating something a bit more impressive. This is a very nice mod. And I want to get into it in a big way. Darkcraft I'm going to be carrying on with because I want to get flight. I've got a feeling I'm going to need that. So that again is part of the immediate plans. Hopefully I will be getting my cobalt soon. So cobalt essence seeds will be something that will be appearing very soon. From what I gather, now I've got ender essence, I can build an end portal at some point if I get enough of it. So I might even take a trip over to the end. I've got a distinct feeling it's going to be exactly the same as the nether though, and bloody empty, and probably a pointless exercise going to it. But I will be going back to the nether because, as I say, they want a pigman gold farm, so I don't see any reason why I can't knock up a good pigman gold farm. It shouldn't be that difficult. I haven't got to have mortal killing, I've just got to go in here and kill them. It'll be a nice test for swords and stuff like that once I start producing a bit more impressive Darkcraft swords, and hopefully some more impressive yeah, that's the point. If I've got enough cobalt essence, or when I get cobalt essence and producing cobalt, I can produce manilium, can't I? And that's a pretty nasty sword I can start making then. Yeah, okay, Darkcraft swords look fun. They are overpowered from what I gather, but I might be able to do as good, if not better, in Tinkers. I don't know. It's an experiment, and I suppose a pigman farm is a good place to hold these experiments, isn't it, really? All I need to do is just create some way that they can't get to me and I can get to them. That shouldn't be a major problem. Anyway, this has caught you up with everything that I'm doing at the moment. I've also got to measure the base, and by Christ, that base is starting to look big. So no, I can't really see it from there. But that my base is definitely starting to look big. Wow, I never had a proper look at it on the map before, but it's massive. Look at that. So I've got to measure probably from there to there, and from say there to there to give me the size of my oh, I don't even need to measure it. I've got to do it with a tape measure though, but I can just do it on the map. That'll tell me exactly how many blocks it is. Ah, okay, no problem. But anyway, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe. As I get back to all my comments, I've just got over 70 subscribers. It's taken me nigh on 3 years. And why is there a set of lungs floating about over there? Why are you floating around? What are you doing in there? Oh, of course you've been added to this, haven't you? Well, you can't do much, but it definitely looks cool. And you're not really causing me problems at the moment, so I'm going to leave you there. That's quite amusing. No more sexuals to check. Anyway, different. So where was I? Yes, I tried to get back to all messages, as Donald Har has just discovered. And I love you all. I've got over 70 subscribers now, which has only taken me on and off 3 years. But it's lovely. I love you all. And anyone I haven't met so far, I love you too. Until next time, people. See ya.